Hello everyone, welcome back to Lindsay's Builds. Oh, Mad Dog. So we're going to carry on with the Exorcist. As you know, we've got the actual Exorcist tank built, but we've got the two cherubs and the driver to do. So that's what we're going to concentrate on in this session. So this is part 13 of the 40k Exorcist. And we've got Mr. Sprue and Glue in, and it says, "Hi Lindsay and Judd." Hello there, Sprue. How you doing, buddy? So we'll go down to bench. It is a unplanned stream, so we have to wait and see who comes in. But there's always a watch back if anybody wants to watch it back later. So this is what we've got to do, is these. There's the driver, that's one cherub, that's one, and that's the second one, and that's what goes on the back of the driver. And we've got the two wings to do. They need only one more coat, and then I've got to do a sandy brown in kind of wash on it. So I think we'll get these painted first, get those out the way. So we'll change the goggles. Mr. Goggles. Okay, so we want some white paint. Okay. Don't want much. Just a splotch. Yeah, we need now is a paintbrush. Paintbrush. I want to invest in some new paintbrushes. So, okay, so we've got David Markey in, and he says, "Afternoon, Lindsay." Afternoon, David Markey. And he also he says, "Afternoon, folks." We've got Mark's Mods in, and he says, "Afternoon, everyone." Afternoon, Mark. Welcome in. David Markey says hello, David. He says hello, Mark. And Mark's Mod says hello, David. So yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping to get this Exorcist finished in the next 2 streams. And that'll be another one out of the way. This is the fiddly bits, if you know what I mean. Sprue and Glue says hi, David and Mark. Can't invite anyone in because I'm on a single stream platform. So let's get some tweezers. Go. That's better, more comfortable. Mark's Mod says, "Hello Sprue, thank you for sharing Lindsay's stream on Facebook. I would not have known so quick Lindsay was live." No, because it wasn't scheduled. So we do say thank you, Sprue, for sharing the stream out. Much obliged. Much obliged. This is a nice white, this is actually. This is, went up at the bottom. This is a Blanco white. This is 71.001. Nice white this is. Very nice. Very nice, this I must say. Sprue and Glue's got his halo around him. Gone to his head. Okay, that's that one. Find some more tweezers. There we go. Sprue and Glue says 70951 is also great. Sounds like a box of Frosties, doesn't it? They're great. Sorry about the coughing. Too many cigarettes today. So, do you think we'll be able to go through a stream without my phone ringing? I shall get an interruption when my carer gets here. But I shan't be leaving the bench, so I refuse. Sprue and Glue says no chance, laugh out loud. Yeah, I know, it's just fate, isn't it? Absolute fate. I'll do a belly and bench when we get a few more people in. When people realise I'm here. David Markey says, well, if you give us your phone number, we can tell you. I like that one. I like that one, Dave. You get a silver star for that one. Silver star, yes. I like that one. That was a good one. Anyway. So that's one silver star to David Markey. Okay. This is really going to screw my eyes up, this is. That's black. That's red. It's good to be jolly. Sprue and Glue's laughing his head off. And we've got 7 people in. Hello there, people. You can drop by in the chat and say hello if you've got a device. The stream will probably only be about an hour. About an hour. Is that a belt? No. Spoon Glue says don't have a silver one. He also says only 2 thumbs. Ah, well. It's not the end of the world. It's a bit early in the stream yet. So I am concentrating, guys, here. This is going to be really, really hard to paint. Take that from the back, and then I know then what I'm up against. Probably gonna have to use my magnifier for the fine detail in this thing. Need a base plate to do this. Raggy says hello, guys. Hello. Right. Need a bit of blue tack, and I need a base plate. Let me find one. I've got one here somewhere. Spoon Glue says hi, Raggy Junior. think we ought to call him Baby Grogo, I think, instead of Raggy Junior. I'll get scaled for that. Right. There we go. That's much better. Oh, drop down to 4 viewers. Bye bye then. Right. I thought, well, Beard's nobody's streaming. I'll jump in there. Jump in a vacant slot. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Grogu ain't that scruffy. Now think about what you're doing here. There we go. Once you get the first coat on, it's not so bad. You can tell where you're going. I think Sprue ought to paint this for me. Send it in the post to him. Catch up with the chat in a minute, guys, if there is any. In a minute. That's 6 viewers back in. Thank you very much. This is not friggin' easy. It's not part of the armour. Let me look. Sorry, I whacked my camera there. So I'm trying to distinguish which is armour and which is clothing. Okay. Should have really done this off screen, but never mind. It's no worry. That's part of it as well. Mark's mod says Raggy is made of Dobby's clothing. You ain't far on there, man. You ain't far on, boy. Yes, it's a little hard to distinguish clothing from armour here. Got 6 people in. Don't forget we do have the PPM tomorrow night, guys. Basically getting the shape of the clothing there. MCC UK on tonight then, Mark? Okay, so we've got Apple in from Bonnie, Scotland, and he says, "Afternoon, folks." Afternoon, Apple. Mark's Mod says, "Hey, Apple." Mark's Mod says, "Yes, 7 p.m. Do you want to drop me a link for it then, if you've got room? Let's have a look on the box again. Ooh, that chest plate is red. Okey-dokey. I need a finer brush. Cheers, Mark. Thank you. This will be much better. Okay, so I've got to do that red here. This is hard. Thank you. Okay, so let's have another check. I think the head is on the wrong way around on this. Because that is supposed to be the front. But it can't be. According to that, no, it's not. No, it is the right way around. It's right. Where is it? Get the instructions. Because if it's wrong, I'll have to dissect it. I think we might have made a boo-boo. Its arms are the wrong way around. That's what the problem is. By the look of it. No, that is right. No, the arms are the wrong way around. Damn. I think I just messed up. Only thing I can do is remove the head and change it round somehow. The head's the wrong way round. What the problem is. No, I think the whole thing's wrong. Okay, put the lid back on the paint. Definitely all wrong. So somehow I've got to get this open. That's not good. That's definitely not good. Made a mistake, and a big one. Are you back again? Yeah, I can't mute this, so if you could just make me a cup of tea, it'd be fine.
Okay.
So it's the arms that are wrong. How do I get this back open? That's the thing. to do it and break the arms off and then turn them round. That's the only way I can do it. Okay, right. So we can get it the right way around now. Lindsay made boo boo. I'll catch up with the chat in a bit, guys. That's that arm goes this side. See the chat moving. Stop one. There we go. Good, that's that one. I'll put a bit of that on it. I'm going to have to repaint this whole figure. There we go, we've got it the right way around now.
You've been busy.
Just give that a minute to go off and then I'll put the head back on if I can find it.
Okay.
Okay. Right, where to get to in the chat? Athel says hi Mark, Sprue, David M and the boss himself. David Markin says hello Athel, Sprue says hello Athel, Mark's Mod says yes I can do. Sprue and Glue says that's MCC UK. Mark's Mod says I have sent you the link mate, thank you very much. Sprue and Glue says oi ain't Mark. Mark says you want the link Sprue. Mark's Mod says no MCC UK. Bring anything to the bench. Sprue and Glue says thanks but no Mark. Mark's Mod says okay Sprue. Apple says so how is everyone today as well as I trust. Yeah, I'm good mate. I just made a mistake on this, that was all. Then I'm going to have to paint the whole thing again. I thought it looked a bit weird. There we go. It's all the right way around now. Because that chest piece was around the back. So, yes. So we'll just give that a little while to dry. What a mistake. Absolute blank. So see, this is it, you see, when you're live you get raw footage of bloopers. Okay. It's not as though I can pause it and say, oh, I'll be back in a minute. And come back about 2 hours later. Give that a minute to dry. Repaint the bottom half, which is not a problem. Okay. Mark's Hobbies is in. Welcome in, Mark's Hobbies. He says, hi one and all. Hi there, Mark's Hobbies. Welcome in. Mark's Mod says hello Mark. Mark's Hobby says hi Mark. David Markey says hello Mark. Mark's Hobby says hi David. Apple says so dinner at Lindsay's last night, was it as expected? Mixed grilled steaks of bacon. What did I have for dinner last night? Oh, last night I had sausage and beans on toast with luncheon meat and an egg. And today I've had 2 bacon, 2 sausage, 1 egg, chopped tomatoes and B&B. So what else has everybody had? What's your 3 Bs? Mark's Hobby says, can anyone join MCC UK, Mark? Mark's Hobby says, Mark's Mod says to Mark's Hobbies, yes, they can. Apple says, hello Mark's Hobbies, Sprue and Glue, hi Mark. can repaint the top of this, but the bottom of this, but not the top half at the moment. This is quite a blooper, isn't it, tonight? So don't forget MCC UK tonight, 7 PM guys, 7 PM UK time. You can drop the link in, Mark, be much appreciated. Yes, I had the bacon this morning, Apple. Just trying to think where I got to in chat. I'll take it from here. Spoonglue says hi, Mark. Athel says hello, Mark's Hobbies. Mark's Hobbies says hello, Athel. Mark's Hobbies says hi, Sprue. Mark's Mod says belly was toast with peanut butter, beverage is coffee and water, and bench is the standard for the Voyager. Spoon Glue says speeder bike, coffee, nothing. Mark's Hobby says my 3 Bs are baked beans, green beans and runner beans. I like that one. You get a gold star for that one. Apple says belly, Cheerios in chocolate milk, coffee and a small glass of cranberry juice with meds, brunch, bacon and egg sarnies with German cheese plus coffee. Nice. Nice. So far, David Mark has got the silver star, and Mark's Hobbies has just pulled the gold star. So far, we have a gold and a silver today. That's for the most wittiest comment, but clean. Sure, if Panzer was here, he would top that. Either asleep or lurking in the background. now we've corrected this, we can get on with it. Couldn't believe I made that mistake. Shaky hands today. Let's see if I can get and paint those arms without them falling off. Keep the paint thin, it won't drag on it. Catch up with the chat in a minute, guys. Let's have a look. Okay, Hans Affle says, what, after yesterday you gave poor old Panzer a bronze after his witty comments. Yeah, well, I had to do that, I had to go make him sulk. Me and Spruce saw some nice space wolves for sale today, Affle. On an auction site. Okay. Just wait for that to dry off a bit. Put another coat on it. So, Affle says thanks, but I have enough wolves to keep me busy. I can imagine. You sent me tons of them. Definitely. Loads. Yeah, I was going to show you yesterday what I was working on over the weekend, wasn't I? wait, just wait till that dries off a bit and I'll do another coat. So this is what I was working on, which is the Lost in Space robot from the Netflix series. So I've just got to pull all the detail out of that now. So, and I've used colour shift paints. So that's what I was working on over the weekend. It needs some black now. So I need to recoat this. I've had my fingers all over it. Yeah, it is very effective, I thought. It was only one coat as well. Did it on a gloss black background. Go if you want, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You busy today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, see you.
Yeah, see ya.
Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, yeah.
Going for school run now. Alright.
Bye. Got 8 people in. Sorry if I'm not saying much, I am concentrating. Catch up back where I was. I'll get this bit done. It's just that when I was handling it, taking it apart and rebuilding it, I rubbed a load of paint away. It was showing the plastic. Apple says, last night I watched a controversial video covering alien planet skies, noting that some had red instead of what we see in our galaxy, which is white to orange light. Yeah. I think that they just put anything in, don't they? I mean, we don't really know what the galaxy looks like, do we? Not really. Right, I'll put the last coat of red on. quite a bit of detail to pull out of this on the black. So still quite a bit of work to do. So well, I think we'll get one more stream out of it, I think, out of this build. And then we can wrap it up. And that'll be another Warhammer build finished. Not sure what's coming next. Slowly getting through all the projects, very slowly. Yeah, I've got to pull back my watch hours, so that's why I'm nipping in a few streams this week. Be surprised, you have 2 or 3 days off, or maybe even 4 days off, you'll be surprised how much it does to your watch hours. Really knocks you back. Was only 100 hours away from the 4,000, but now I'm 140 away. A few people need a good purge on my channel and watch a few videos. Or even just let them run. All counts. But YouTube's been a bit very quiet just lately. Very quiet. I'll catch the chat up in a minute, guys. I can see it moving. Okay. Apple says some have blue background suns, yet in Games Workshop Fantasy always, no matter where Space Marines fight, aliens always in our sunlight that is used. Apple says, then I watched part 3 of Lilith, which showed the start of the Tau plans for the invasion of Earth, while Earthwinds were caveman. Oh wow, really? I've got Carl Scale modelling, welcoming Carl. hello Carl and Michelle, and he says, afternoon all, sorry Lindsay, nodded off in the chair, you must have needed it. Carl says off, I know what you meant mate. Athel says, hi Carl and Michelle, advise you turn your sound up to hear Lindsay chatting away. Am I very low today? David Markey says, hello Carl. David Markey says, hello Michelle. Oh, I didn't know I was that low, guys. Sorry. David Markey says, hello Carl, and then David Markey says, hello Michelle. Okie dokie. Does that need another coat? I don't think it does. Okay, so I want a brown now. Need a nice brown. Or that could even be gold. So I can't see that bit in the picture because it only shows that it's sat in the chair. So that front bit is lead belcher. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go this colour around it. Doing my own thing with it. Yes, Staffel. Yes, Staffel. It's the organist. A lot of this is going to have to get second coat. Need a lead belcher. Even a thinner brush now in a bit. Don't want this quite so silvery, so I'm only going to put one coat on this. I think 2 coats will be too much. You can only see the top half of the organist raffle on the box. Just let me check something. No, I haven't, not yet, Carl, not yet. Got to go through the drawer and find it. We've got TBG in. It says, hi everyone. Hello there, TBG. Welcome in. Okay. I'll have a look a little bit later. I've got second coats to put on this and touch-ups. I think they're in one of these drawers down here, to be honest, Carl. Okay, that clover leaf is white. So is that one on the front. I think that is gold emblem by the look of it. No, it's white. That bit's white. Okay, so I'll let that dry off. And then we can put the second coats on. But we're getting there. After the little hiccup. Athel says afternoon James. TBG says hi Athel. David Markey says hello James. TBG says hi David Markey. And how's mum today, James? Hope she's good. Okay, we've got about another 5 or 6 minutes, guys. And then I'll have to go. So I think it'll be one more stream, I think. And then this will be finished. Got some touch-ups to do on this as well. So. At least it went back together okay anyway. That was the main thing. Okay. TBG says okay, I think. Sorry guys. Okay, so I've got to wait for this to dry. And then I've got to do touch-ups. And I've got to do that bit white on the shoulder pad, that bit white on the shoulder pad, and the clover leaf thing on the front, that's got to be white. And then just touch up all the black again and some of the red, and then that'll be that figure done. Wow. It's all about a ruined stream by coughing. TBG said Dad passed 18 years ago today. Oh wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, James. TBG says passed. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Sorry to hear that, mate. I think my dad's been gone a few years now. Okay, so that's what we got done so far. But it's looking good. It's not bad. It looks better because, you know, it's fuzzy on the screen. But it looks alright. It looks pretty good actually. It's not bad. So then we'll be able to get that finished, drop it in the Exorcist carriage, and then we'll finish doing these cherubs. So we got these done today. All I've got to do now is get some of that sand stuff, really water it down, and give it a wash in between the feathers. And I've got this bit to paint, which goes on the back of here. That's all got to be painted. There's a lot of little bits of detail in that as well. So, and then we've got the cherubs to do. The cherubs will do next stream. So we did make a start on it. The cherubs, yeah, it's like different flesh tones on that. It ends up like a pink colour by the colour of the box. So yeah. And then we'll get them done, we'll get them stuck on as well, and then that will be finished. TBGC, anniversaries are always tricky with Mum, never know how she'll be. Yeah, that's very true. Both of my parents are gone now, both of them, so you know, I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I do know what you mean, James. So yes, so right, I'm going to go back up cameras. So, well, what a stream, eh? Coughing, making mistakes, yeah, but I do apologise for that. We're lucky we actually managed to separate those parts and put them back on the right way. But I really did think it looked funny. You know what I mean? It looked weird. Obviously, when I was putting it together, I weren't taking a lot of notice of what I was doing. But yeah, we did manage to get it apart and correct it. So yeah, but they're always tricky little things, these are. So yeah, what's today? Tuesday, yeah. So we've got the PPM tomorrow, 7 PM till 9 PM. with the gallery, and then me and Mark's mods on the Friday with the sci-fi build. He'll be doing his Voyager, and I shall be doing my Jupiter 2. There's prime time on tonight, and also MCC UK. They're on at 7 p.m. as well tonight. So I should be taking part in that. So yeah, if you want to come and pop along, say hi. I know both streams run together, but yeah, if you want to pop along, drop a thumb up and say hi to the guys. Apple says, I lost my dad April the 17th, 1971. David Markey says, thank you for a great stream. Yeah, it's always hard when you lose parents. So, other than that, not sure what's happening where Thursday is, where Carl is. So, TBG says bye all. Later, James. So, I'll say goodbye. And yeah, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please take a look. If you like what you see, give it a good old subscription. I don't just build Warhammer, I build all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there's loads of content there. There's over 600 videos. Yeah, and if you've enjoyed the stream, put your thumbs up, and thank you very much for everybody coming in today. Much appreciated. So see you all soon. Bye bye guys. Bye bye.